A protest has broken out outside Home Minister Amit Shah's residence. It's a silent protest. We are being told that this silent protest is by the members of the Kuki community. Kuki community is currently, remember, with regard to the turmoil in Manipur, the police trying to restrain them. They're not being permitted to go ahead. Kuki Lives Matter are the posters in protest. There have been ethnic clashes reported from the northeastern state of Manipur between the Meitei groups and the Kukis as well. What started from Churchandpur now has spread to other parts of the state as well. Home Minister Amit Shah, remember, was in Manipur. But it appears that while the situation may have calmed down a bit, it has not completely died down. This silent protest is by the Kuki community members. The police trying to restrain them, but interestingly and importantly, remember, these are women and male police personnel finding it tough to be able to stop them now from the barricades that have been put up. Outside Home Minister Amit Shah's residence, these sudden protests are not permitted unless permission is taken. But remember, the Meiteis also have been constantly stating that they have been targeted over the past few years, that they are still living in fear in different parts of Manipur. And these are members of the Kuki community who are saying and asking that Article 366, they say, and they are saying that Kuki Lives Matter. So, of course, it is between two groups that's broken out right now. And even remember, Chief Minister Biren Singh had said that they have gone after the militants who have been trying to indulge in further arson and violence. I want to go across to Ashutosh Mishra. He's right there on the ground. Ashutosh, what do you see around you?
Well, Pooja, these women from the Kuki communities, many who are migrated to Delhi, many who have come even, left during the violence of the state. And this huge community, all of a sudden this morning, they started marching towards the residence of the Union Home Minister. You see, since all the forces were deployed here, so they even tried to place the barricades, stop these protesters, give out your message, we will pass the message. But they did not hear anything without making any slogan. It was totally a peaceful march carrying these these message of the placards. They all have come here that Kuki Lives Matter. And even the accusation is that even till this morning there have been violence, as they accused, by the state forces against the Kuki entire tribe. Now these women are joining me here. All of a sudden that we see you all in a huge number have come to the residence of the Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Was there any communication? Did he invite you for the dialogues? And exactly what message you are bringing here?
Sir, we have come here to request our Home Minister to maintain peace and normalcy, which he has already given us a message when he came and visited Manipur, and we are really grateful to our Home Minister to come and visit the affected districts. But in spite of his message, sir, the other side is not maintaining peace. They are not maintaining normalcy. They are attacking our villages.
And who exactly the other side do you really mean?
The other side are the extremist Meitei mobs. The Arambai Tengos, the Meitei Lipun, with the help of the state machinery, they are, attacking us, sir. And this is the only resort we are coming, because as Indian citizens, as देश के नागरिक, हम विनती करते हैं कि हमारे जो गृह मंत्री जी है, हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी है, हमारा जो the helpless situation we are in. This is the only thing we can do as daughters, as wives, as, relatives who are suffering there, sir. This is
I see these messages, Amit Shah ji, where is the peace you promise? Yes, Kuki Lives Matter. And also, you see these posters, placards, messages carrying. Please continue.
Yes, so on 31st May, he went to our hometown and he spoke that 15 days, no shooting from each side. But still, there was shooting, and in fact, one little boy of 5-year-old was shot in the head. When his mother tried to take him to the hospital, they burned the ambulance, sir. Even an infant is not spared now. That's the situation we're in right now. It's like do or die situation, sir. So we want Amit Shah ji to help us, sir. Yes.
So there you heard, Pooja, these Kuki tribe women have reached here, right standing outside the residence of Union Home Minister, and these are the placards they all are carrying. Biren Singh, see, literally that's a strong word for the Manipur Chief Minister. In fact, the local police is here and asking them who's the head of these protesting team of the Kuki tribe women. probably they will pass a message to the Home Minister, and we'll have to see whether they'll be meeting. So these are the message carrying a national flag. Another side you see, they are asking, the cops in fact asking these protesters if you're carrying any memorandum that will be given, that will be submitted. In fact, there is some dialogue happening. Look at see these banner posters, they all, many who have been, we know the people from Manipur have been living here, working here, studying here in different colleges and university, but many of them have displaced during the violence that broke out. In fact, these are the copy of memorandum that they are carrying, and what it says expressly, there's a demand for Home Minister Shri Amit Shah to act swiftly in the face of escalating attacks on Kuki-Zomi-Hmar-Mizos communities. So that's a press release, in fact, they have brought here, and this is exactly the memorandum they want to give it to, with the request to the Union Home Minister, as they accuse that there is literally violence unleashed from the other community, and the major accusation goes on the state forces and the state machinery.
Ashutosh, it's been an ethnic clashes between two groups. They are alleging that it's the Meitei, but there are many people from the Meitei community who've been sending out distressing messages and have said they are being attacked by the Kuki extremists. They are saying they have the support from the border areas as well. It's a very sensitive situation because in many areas where, let's say, the Meiteis are in minority, they are saying they are being targeted by the Kukis brutally. So it is a sensitive situation. The army is also now out there. Assam Rifles had to take over in some areas as well. The paramilitary has been on the job. But because it is between two groups, isn't the government supposed to be forming a bridge? If you can ask them, has the state government reached out to them, sent appeals? How are they trying to calm down these areas? Because there are many Meiteis who also believe that it's the Kukis attacking them. So it's between two groups right now.
Well, that's exactly message was given to the governor of the Manipur, that he is the one who has to maintain the peace by engaging, the community leaders from both the sides. And remember, the similar violence when broke out between Assam and Mizoram, we have seen literally the policemen were killed and several civilians injured. So that was one conflict between two states in the northeastern state. It's not been really very long we have seen, but here when it comes to the clash between two communities, so far we have heard the Meitei community that it is the Kuki tribe unleashing the tribe, and the Kuki tribe were mostly unheard, and this is perhaps one such major picture bringing those images here in the national capital, because their accusation probably that we were not even heard. It was only talking about Meitei community only because they dominate largely, so it was their one-sided story. So this could be one moment where they have brought their stories here literally to the national capital, and even right coming at the residence of the Union Home Minister, these pictures. When it comes to the peaceful, of course, it is also the responsibility of the civilians, the leaders from the community to engage in dialogue. But when it comes to the, the ethnic violence, when it comes to between two community and in the same state, so that literally makes, and requires intervention from the top authorities. So that also includes the union government and the state government. But here, remember, the major accusation is that it is the state machinery also with, hand in glove with the other community. So since there is a, deficit of trust, lack of trust against the state government and the machinery, in that case, that makes really case very different. And perhaps the reason why I see these Kuki tribe women with their, just look at the support. I mean, more than around 100 these women, girls are here carrying peaceful protest. This is not even a protest. They just want to meet the Union Home Minister and give out a message that because there was a assurance given to us to maintaining peace and justice, please ensure that.
Will Home Minister Amit Shah come out, meet the members of the Kuki community in the silent protest right now? Remember, whether Meitei or Kuki, they are part of Manipur, part of India. It is the government's responsibility to reach out to all these groups to eventually ensure innocents are not killed. Situation not looking good. Ashutosh, what's happening? All right, these are some of the visuals coming in from right outside Home Minister Amit Shah's residence, and we'll be tracking the latest. Eventually, peace needs to prevail, and there has to be situation normalized in the northeastern state of Manipur.